What is going on, everyone? Welcome back. First stream since the Dog Bowl. Brian, how are you?
I think the more important question is, how are you? Nobody cares about how I'm doing. You're the one who the people really want to know. Do you still not know what to say?
I still don't know what to say. That is correct. I think more people care about what you have to say because I've gotten like 9 messages that people loved you.
Well, I mean, I had a couple people come up to me while we were in LA at the Dog Bowl, and they said I was the vibes guy. So like, I don't know, like maybe people in Underdog need to touch a bit more grass and just kind of enjoy the roses and go outside and go on dates with girls and that sort of thing. Like,
No.
I don't know. Maybe that's why I was the vibes guy. But it was a great time. Honestly, it was a really good event hosted by Underdog. We didn't. There was only so much that I felt comfortable recording because I don't know who wants to be recorded, who doesn't. I wanted to like kind of be in the moment, and then while we were in the bar sweating the game, or at least while I was in the bar sweating the game on behalf of Gumby, it was such an intense couple hours there towards the end that like I was so focused on watching the games. And shout out to Nez. I think I said it to him while we were there as well. But him walking through like who the players are that were fading, what numbers they were, what color jerseys they were, like was very helpful for me to know what was going on. So shout out Nez once again for being there when Gumby wasn't, when we were sweating his team together.
Yeah, Nez is the man. All right,
What
so
about you?
what about me?
I mean, this is the biggest win you'll ever have, but this is the biggest
Easy
win you've
there.
had so far to date.
I'm playing to win a million in best ball this year, so
Oh,
I
I
can
thought you
say
were gonna
that.
say I thought you were gonna say another 100K in the bracket challenge.
Well, speaking of the bracket challenge, so I know the title says big board, but we're doing a pivot. We're gonna rip some brackets, or one bracket.
One bracket.
We'll see how it goes. And also since it's St. Patrick's Day, we got the Guinness. So
There you go. Cinco
GM
de Drinko.
Bates.
What up, Bates?
All right, load up this bracket. Let's see. I haven't done a bracket yet. I've been listening to a ton of bracket content, but I haven't done a bracket yet.
Really? Okay. What are the? I did my there. I don't know if you saw, or maybe others haven't, but there's a bracket challenge on Underdog, which is pretty fun. And what makes it interesting on Underdog more so than what it looks like on DraftKings, just looking at it now, is that Underdog tells you, at least for the first round, the percentage that users are picking certain teams in each matchup in the first round. So people that are like GTO people are probably like going nuts trying to figure out like what the best way to get an edge on the field is based on
Yeah.
the percentage picked. I don't in the
The
first
problem
round
is
to
the
me,
problem is that they're all free brackets, so no one. I bet no one's really going to take it that serious.
yeah, probably right. And
But
I
I
mean,
will. I will take it serious.
sure. Also, shout out Tunya, biggest win of your life, loser. Yes. Tunya
Yeah.
famously winning 5 times this amount.
Yeah. Imagine winning 5 Gumbies. Couldn't be me.
Me either.
All right. So what's our plan for this bracket? We're not picking Duke because we're not soft.
Okay, so if we're not picking, so I guess are you? What has been your experience in obtaining this content? Because I haven't done. I've done what everyone does. I go on KenPom, look at it for 15 minutes. I'm like, oh, okay, this team is undervalued. I'm going to pick them to go farther than the field, and then just kind of back into it that way. What has been some of your
Well, that's pretty much
content
what I've done.
experience?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I've done. I mean, so I think Florida's going to be underpicked for the 1 seeds. You could talk me into either Arizona or Michigan. I'm fine with either of those. I do like Purdue best if we're going to go with the 2 seed. Iowa State's also fine.
Really, you like Purdue?
Yes.
Matt Painter hasn't won anything in his life. If I know the guy for not winning, that means he really hasn't ever won anything. I'm fine to do it, but I mean, here's the thing, it's like
Badgers.
the Badgers.
Wisconsin.
I think people like Wisconsin. I know who the Badgers are. Thank you. Some of the things that I've seen, a lot of people like Louisville. I don't. This isn't to win. This is just to go farther, I think, than what the field.
I like
expect.
Louisville. I could
like
be into
Louisville?
that.
Vanderbilt, I personally think is interesting. Like I think they're primed
Agreed.
to 16 team. Let's see. St. Mary's. I think people will like. I think a lot of people will pick Houston because people are thinking like, oh, Houston best 2 seed against Florida, the worst 1 seed. Looking at your face like you disagree with this entirely, but St. Mary's is a sneaky good team.
Well, I do disagree with that, but I'm also laughing at the chat because Egger said, "GM Brian, congrats on winning the dog bowl."
Oh, thank you, Eggers. I got a free vacation out of it, so no matter if Gumby won or 1-0, like I was profiting either way.
Shout out to Mom. Mom says Purdue, and Chad said, "I swear Brian was about to say I don't" before I cut you off.
Chad, it did cross my mind, but I didn't. It's too early in the stream to be punny.
All right, let's start from the top. Let's rip some picks, and we'll decide as we go.
All right, let's go. So we'll pick
obviously Duke.
Ohio State TCU is a toss up to me. I don't even know. Are you looking at what the spreads are? Like, does that impact what you do in the first round at all?
Let's grind some micro edges here. Ohio State's favored by 2.5.
Good enough for me, and I'm an Ohio State guy, so I'm okay with that.
A lot of the quote unquote sharps really like St. John's. I hate St. John's. I hate St. John's early.
too. They can't score. Like this is like Virginia when they lost to UMBC. Like they just can't score.
Yeah, they're gonna win the first round. They're favored by 10 though. So
I was gonna say Northern Iowa is probably the best draw for St. John's as a 12 seed. I think there's a couple other 12 seeds that are interesting, but I agree. I think St. John's wins this, but we'll see. Well, I mean, we can get to Kansas.
I think it was on the ETR podcast. They said all the 5 seeds are favored by double digits this year for like the first time ever.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of the seed. I mean, again, I didn't look at this very long, but like a lot of the seeds, like the 3, 4, 5 seeds, are very similarly ranked as they are with KenPom. Like they're very synonymous with what KenPom has ranked is what the same as what the seeds are as they're seeded here. So I don't know. Yeah. Maybe it's more chalky than I think people would like to admit.
I'll take Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas is an interesting one just because I'm not saying that we should take California Baptist, but more so with how far we want Kansas to go. We can get there, but they have the best player in college basketball on their team who hates the sport of basketball in Mr. Peterson. So that's a tough dynamic when it's like you're probably going to be the 101 in the NBA draft this upcoming season, and yet your team might be a dog to get to the Sweet 16. It's just a funny dynamic. But anyway, we continue.
Now the next one's interesting. Louisville, South Florida.
Really?
So Louisville's 4.5-point favorite, which isn't huge, but yep. I hate Michigan State. So here's my thing. We pick South Florida to win this and then pick South Florida to beat Michigan State.
I thought you just said when we were going down the bracket quickly, you said you like Louisville.
I do, but I just saw that they're 4.5-point favorites only.
So you're saying because you don't like Michigan State, just pick either one.
I'm pretty sure Louisville is also a team that shoots a ton of threes, so like they could just like go Brick City and get out early. But don't hold me to that.
Okay, sure. Yeah, but fading Tom Izzo in the tournament is that the smartest decision in the first or second round?
I don't buy the Tom Izzo March Madness narrative. I don't buy many narratives.
Yeah, you're a facts over feelings kind of guy.
Correct.
All right. So we'll go South Florida. Michigan and I guess State. we'll pick Michigan State. Yeah. And then we'll do you want to finish a bracket and then like work quadrant by quadrant, or all round of 64 and then just kind of go that way?
I think I'm psychotic. I do the whole round of 64 first.
Yep. Okay, confirmed you are psychotic. All right. UCLA, UCF. I think if I remember correctly, UCLA lost one of their better players. Don't hold me to that. Recently out for the year. I think it was UCLA. So I don't know what the spread is, but I'm down to take
5.5 UCLA.
All right. Like 5.5 is good enough for me to just go with the chalk.
I'm pretty sure KenPom said UCLA is underseeded.
Oh, really? Okay, maybe I'm thinking of. Oh, maybe you know what? I think I might be thinking of Texas Tech. Texas Tech, I think, was a team that they did their best player. Okay, yeah.
And Alabama's second best player got arrested. So
I did see that yesterday. Okay, and then UConn over Furman. I think we are both in agreement. Although I think Furman had a win or two a couple of years ago. Just not saying it's going to happen, but it has before. Okay, so that's the. Now we'll go over here.
Well, I was saying I did see a lot of the play-in teams are underpicked in because everyone fills their brackets out on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Right.
So I think that Howard over Michigan might be the play.
I was going to suggest that. Like, I don't think we could finish this bracket until we see how good Howard looks. I think it's tomorrow, I believe.
No, they're playing right now.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia and St. Louis. Well, we went to St. Louis for my bachelor party, so
Love that.
I think St. Louis is probably the pick.
They're only 1.5 point dogs.
Good enough for me. Texas Tech. Okay, so this is the one. I don't know if I don't know if we want to make the stand now, but this is the team that had their best player lost to injury for the rest of the year. With that in mind, any idea or any thoughts on taking Akron here, or are you just going to take the chalk and then have them lose next round?
Texas Tech is still 8.5 point favorites.
Is Akron any good? Like, what is Ken? I don't have Ken Palm up.
I'm on it, Chief.
Thank you.
Wow, this is so weird not like sharing my screen. I feel so free to click on whatever I want.
Tunya correctly asking Claude to make all his picks. Yeah, I think that's probably right. And Edgar says, just pick what Leone tells you to and get on with it. Yeah, I'd say more often than not, if you do that, you'll probably be profitable in the long run.
Yeah, Akron sucks.
Akron sucks. Is that like you saying that or Ken Palm saying that?
They're 54th in offensive efficiency and 113th in defensive.
Texas Tech it is. Alabama Hofstra. Alabama is always a team that's like, they're always ranked, but they never really impressed me. They had that one tournament a couple of years ago that they had like a Final Four run, I believe, where they were really good. But other than that, they don't do much for me. But with that said, unless you have a strong name, the Hofstra.
I do not.
And then Tennessee, SMU, and Miami, Ohio. I mean, this is probably the most polarizing playing game, right? Like SMU versus, I'm assuming most people are going to pick or think SMU is going to win. And I wouldn't be surprised if people picked SMU to beat Tennessee.
Yeah, but no one's going to pick it. I mean, here's the thing. Miami of Ohio is going to get blown the fuck out by SMU.
Right.
And no one's going to pick SMU because of the playing team. I think we just pick SMU.
That's what I agree. That's where I was going.
Okay.
And then Virginia Wright State. I don't know if we need to discuss that.
No.
Kentucky, Santa Clara. I don't know much about Santa Clara, and I don't like Kentucky since they got rid of Cal. So this one is totally in your hands.
Kentucky's only 3.5 point favorite. I think we just pick the upset and hope no one.
I agree. And Iowa State is kind of like one of those. If there's such a thing as a sneaky 2 seed, it feels like that's Iowa State. They're kind of forgotten about. They're in the bracket with Michigan, who I think is the number 2 overall team. So I think people are kind of undervaluing. If you could even say that, picking them to get to the Elite Eight probably like 40% of the time.
I love Iowa State. I have a future on them from like a month ago.
I remember you saying that. Yeah. Okay. Probably the most interesting bracket. What is this? The South? Yeah. So we'll take Florida, Clemson, and Iowa. I have no lean here. Unless you have a strong opinion.
The line is close. It's 2.5, but the money line is close. Let me look at Ken Palm. Ken Palm has Iowa pretty significantly ahead.
Okay, that's fine. Vanderbilt and McNeese. I like Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt for sure.
Yeah. So we're going to do the thing where we pick all 5 seeds, and then there's a 12 seed that gets to the Sweet 16 somehow.
Not this year.
Yeah, I tend to agree, which is what scares me. Nebraska and Troy will take Nebraska. North Carolina. I think North Carolina is another one that lost one of their better players to injury for the year. So if you want to take VCU,
I do.
Assuming the spread's not like 5.5 or more, I'm good with that.
I do. It's 2.5. I do.
Like yeah. And I would imagine like, what's the implied percentage of winning at a 2.5 spread roughly?
The money line is -142 plus 120.
And I would assume just seeing people seeing a 6 versus 11, I would imagine like 65% probably pick the 6 seed. So
plus the North Carolina name value, people just love that shit.
Right. They probably think Roy Williams is still the coach. All right. Illinois, Penn. Don't know anything about Penn, so I would just take Illinois.
Love
Any
Illinois.
objection?
Love Illinois a lot.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Interesting. This is going to be the bracket I think that's going to really like mess people up because there's a lot of things I can see happening here. St. Mary's, A&M. I like St. Mary's. This is one of the leans that I have. Any disagreement?
No.
Okay.
It's a close spread.
Yeah. And then Houston, Idaho. We'll take Houston. All right. Final round of 64. We're doing the West Division. Arizona, LIU. Moving on. Villanova, Utah State. Villanova is another one of those like people think Jay Wright's still the coach. UConn or UNC, Villanova, similar name brand. I think Utah State's decent, so I'm okay taking them over Nova if you are.
Yeah, that's fine. Andrew says I have Illinois going deep. I have a feeling we will also have Illinois going deep.
We'll see. All right, final 5 seed. We've picked 3 5 seeds to beat the 12 seeds so far. Wisconsin against High Point. We have the Badgers.
I'm a Wisconsin believer.
All right, I'm gonna trust the guy that won $1 million. I'm gonna take what Tunia wants. All right, Wisconsin it is. Arkansas and Hawaii. I think I remember looking at Hawaii's Ken Pom rating, and it was like really, really, really bad. So, and I'm a Coach Cal guy, so I'm gonna want to take Arkansas no matter what.
Yeah, you are a Cal guy. Hawaii cannot score.
That's exactly what I remember thinking. And then BYU. Oh, I didn't even realize that Texas was in the play-in game. Texas and NC State.
Shaka Smart, is he still the coach?
That's a good question. I honestly have no idea.
I think
Tiger says that Utah State should be a 7. Yeah, that's sometimes how it goes. Some of these teams get like really bad draws where they go up against the top 4 team in round of 32 and it sucks.
I think we just click the play-in team and hope.
Okay. Yeah, BYU doesn't do much for me.
No, I think they also lost one of their best players.
Okay, that's good. Well, I hope he has a speedy recovery. Good for our pick. Good for our pick. Unfortunate for him. Gonzaga, Kennesaw State. I'm a Mark Few guy, so we'll take Gonzaga.
Oh yeah, I actually watched a YouTube video about this. Hawaii does not help on defense ever. Like they just literally play one-on-ones no matter what. Yeah, and this guy Acuff is like an offensive beast.
Okay, then that's fine. Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, what's the spread in the Arkansas game? Do you have that in front of you?
15.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah. All right, Miami, Florida against
respect Gonzaga. Got to say it like the Zags.
Gonzaga. Miami, Florida, and Missouri. No lean, no knowledge.
Yeah, flip a coin.
Flip a coin. Let's see. Wow, they both suck against top 25. I'll go Missouri. We'll switch it up a little bit. And then Purdue, because I've never heard of Queen's University.
Yeah.
Okay. So we finished the round of 64. We'll start on the top left with the East. Duke, Ohio State. I'm assuming, even though you don't want Duke in the finals to win, you're going to pick them here.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I agree. St. John's, Kansas. Kansas is an interesting team because I think they're really hot and really cold. And I think St. John's is awful from watching them in the Big East with the Seton Hall's division. I know you're not a St. John's guy, but the Sharps seem to be on them. But if you wanted me to take Kansas, I'm not opposed.
Kansas, fuck the Sharps.
I agree. Let's hope that Peterson finds love for basketball again. Michigan State, South Florida. I'm assuming Michigan State.
No, we talked about the South Florida.
Oh, right. Okay. Let's just see what we're picking, just so I know. Okay, so South Florida scores a lot. They allow a decent amount of points. I wonder who South Florida played that was in the top 25 that they lost.
We're not doing this for facts. We're doing this for feelings.
Okay. You know what? This is a bet against Izzo. I'm down.
Yeah.
And then UConn, UCLA. I don't think UConn is. I think UConn is I think they're overvalued. I think it's a name value. It's a name proposition again. Where I don't know much about UCLA, but UConn does not impress me when I've seen them play.
I'm okay with picking UCLA. I mean, this pool is going to end up being like 20,000 people, so like we kind of have to get fucking crazy.
Yeah. I'm good.
All right.
The numbers check out. Okay. Down to the south. Florida, Iowa. I'm assuming you're going to want Florida.
Florida, yeah.
Vanderbilt, Nebraska. No
Vandy.
lean for me.
Vandy.
You're a Vandy guy?
Yeah. Love Vandy.
Who's the coach of Vandy?
Not a clue.
I'm going to look that up.
I'm on it. You're sharing screen.
Okay.
Oh, I almost read the football coach. um, Mark Byington.
Okay.
Never heard this guy in my life.
In Mark, we trust.
Doesn't help.
VCU, Illinois. You like Illinois, so I'm assuming we can just move right along.
I also like Houston.
You like Houston. Okay. St. Mary's is one of those teams, man. They're highly rated in Ken Palm. Like, I was surprised that they were a 7 seed. I thought they were going to be more of like a 5 or 6 seed at the worst.
When are you going to shotgun a beer? I can't. It's a glass bottle. I can't. There's no way to shotgun this. Sorry.
But I do think St. Mary's, Houston, I would imagine this would be within a 5 or 6 point spread if I had to guess.
No, I don't think so. It's going to be like 8.5.
Okay. I know Houston is going to be a popular pick because, like, you know, best 2 seed versus the worst 1 seed in Florida.
Yeah, we're going to pick Illinois
really on Florida. What's that?
We're going to pick Illinois over them.
Oh, okay. All right. Making our way to the Midwest, Michigan and St. Louis. I'm not a Michigan guy, but I'll assume you're going to want them there.
Yeah. I hate both of these teams. I don't think either of them are very good.
Yeah. I think with it, like, I would just tie. My tie would be to the team that doesn't have their best player lost to injury.
What about the guy who got arrested for marijuana?
Well, he was their second best player.
Fair. I'm in.
Okay. Virginia, who can't famously ever score and lost to UMBC in the first 1-16 upset versus Miami, Ohio, or SMU.
I mean, Virginia. I like Virginia.
Yeah. And then Iowa State, Santa Clara.
Iowa State.
We talked about Iowa State already, so we'll move on. Arizona versus Utah State.
Arizona.
Yeah, we'll pick them, but Arizona is one of those teams that never seems to deliver when it matters in March.
They're good. They got a good coach. They're good.
Who?
Tommy Lloyd.
Oh, the analytics guy.
Analytics guy. Love him.
Understood. All right, Wisconsin, Arkansas.
I like them both, so I can be talked into either way.
Lean with Cal.
All right.
I like Gonzaga over this, but
Gonzaga.
Missouri and Purdue. People like Purdue. I think that's probably bad. They couldn't win with a 7'6" Zach Edey. You think they're going to win now without that? All right. Here we go. Moment of truth. This is the Sweet 16 to Elite 8 selection. Duke, Kansas. In Peterson, we trust? Or are we just going to follow the chalk with Duke? I can see you're thinking about it.
I don't know who Peterson is, but
he's the best player in college basketball, but he just doesn't. He will take himself out after the first half because he's disinterested in the game.
He's just like me. Let's pick Kansas.
Okay.
Here's the thing. If Duke makes the Final Four, we're going to lose anyway because we're not picking them to win, and they're going to win, so it's fine.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm really pumped to do this bracket. South Florida and UCLA.
Probably UCLA.
I believe
UCLA is high ranked on KenPom.
Yeah, I do remember thinking that too. I do believe though, and I want to fact check myself on this later, but I'm pretty sure the last like 5 or 6 years, there's been a double-digit seed to make the Sweet 16 each of those years. So maybe it's South Florida, maybe it's McNeese, who the hell knows? But not saying we should square peg round hole it, but just some food for thought. Florida and Vandy. Any lean there? I would probably just go Florida here.
I think Florida's good, but I also like Vandy.
Really?
So I'm okay with picking the upset.
Let's just see what we got working here.
I'm looking at KenPom. They have Florida 9th in offensive efficiency and 6th in defensive, and then they have where's Vanderbilt? Vanderbilt is 7th offensive and 31 defensive.
Good enough for me. Sorry, Anthony. Let's see.
Having Bama win multiple games while their second best player is in a jail cell, Vandy just dog walked them.
Well, just wait, Eggers. We just said we're picking Bama because they only lost their second best player. Texas Tech lost their best player. So
right.
You have to follow the breadcrumbs.
Yeah, come on. Pay attention. Take notes.
Amateur hour. All right. Illinois, Houston.
I like
you
Illinois.
Like Houston, right? Oh no, Illinois. I mean, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just this alone, I like Vanderbilt, Illinois. I'd be surprised if there was like 10% of people that had that in the Elite Eight. Whether it's going to happen or not remains to be seen, but it's a way to eliminate some of the field. Michigan, Bama,
yeah,
any lean?
Michigan.
Yep. Virginia, Iowa State. I know you like Iowa State a lot.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Iowa State, famously, by the way, if it was either last year or 2 years ago, where I picked them to go to the Elite Eight or Final Four, and they lost in the first round. So they're basically dead to me. But I'll give them one more chance for you.
All right.
Arizona, Arkansas.
Arizona.
Okay. Sorry, Cal. Gonzaga, Purdue.
I don't think Gonzaga's that good. I like Purdue.
Yeah, here my only counter to that, even if that's true, like Purdue's the more talented team, I would much rather put my faith in Mark Few to lose in the finals than to have Matt Painter get to the Elite Eight. But
yeah, but Purdue's point guard is like 31.
That is intriguing. Okay.
Who I don't like. Eggers knows way too much ball. Like when you say Huff, I think Jay Huff on the Pacers. Like, what are we talking about here?
Well, okay, let's be fair. You think Jay Huff on the Pacers because he helped win you $200,000.
Correct.
I didn't even know who Jay Huff was about an hour before the game started. And then once he hit like 2 or 3 threes in the game and you started going crazy when your team had like 25 total points at like 9 p.m., it's like, okay, I can get behind this guy. He just shoots threes from the top of the key and has no intention of rebounding.
Yeah.
Okay. Kansas, UCLA.
I'm kind of okay with picking UCLA.
This is so funny. All right, we're going to pick UCLA to get to the Final Four. What could possibly go wrong? Michigan, Iowa State. I'm assuming you're going to want Iowa State here.
I'm okay with Michigan. Whatever you want. You can make this one.
Well, I'll never like voluntarily take Michigan. But they are a good team, to be fair. Let's go Michigan.
Wait, some chalk.
Iowa State had a good run. Vanderbilt, Illinois. I know you're going to pick Illinois.
I like Illinois a lot.
Okay. Arizona, Purdue. I'm not letting you take Matt Painter to the Final Four.
All right, fine. So Huff is the why is he saying Zogs? The Zogs second best or best player.
Gonzaga.
Been out for a while, but potentially back for second weekend.
Okay, now how do I find where my Final Four teams are?
Down. In the middle. It's the middle. Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Wow. 2 1 seeds. Who the hell do we think we are? A 7 seed and a 3 seed. All right. Is this where the dream run? Is this where the Cinderella story ends for UCLA, or are they getting to the finals?
I think it ends here. What a story that run was, though. Wow.
A magical experience. Is Illinois the still coached by the guy who did he used to coach Kansas State? Underwood, I think that's his name. I mean,
Brad Underwood, ball knower.
Look at me. Wow. For anyone that knows me knows that I don't watch college, but all right.
Oh, Mr. you know why you know him? This is why you know him.
Was he a Kentucky assistant coach?
No, he coached at Stephen F. Austin.
Ah, that's right.
The
Lumberjacks. God, I hated that one guy. Michigan, Arizona. Is this Arizona for you?
You can pick. I don't care.
Yeah.
We're picking Illinois to win, I decided, so it doesn't matter who's in the
Oh, okay, sure.
That's low.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, let's
150s.
Let's see. UCLA. Oh wow, they score a ton. Oh wow. All right.
It's gonna be lower scoring than that though. Put like 150s. Yeah, that's fine.
152.
All right, that's the winner. That's the shipper. Make sure you submit.
All right. So to recap, yeah, I'll submit it. To recap, UCLA, Illinois, Michigan, Arizona in the Final Four. Illinois beating Arizona. Just for my own sanity, where is Illinois ranked on KenPom?
7.
7? Oh, wow. Okay. Pretty high.
They're number 2 in offensive efficiency and 28th in defense.
Well, yeah, I would hope so. They scored 80. They averaged like 87 points. Tunya says the Badgers beat Illinois twice this year. Well, you know what, Tunya? It's really hard to beat them a third time.
True. That is true. Oh my god.
Are you kidding me? Okay,
I
well,
think it saves.
okay, well, I'll
Oh,
work on
clear.
this on the back end. You want to hop into our second segment of the night?
Yeah, we'll do a big board. Fuck it. I don't.
There's been a ton of NFL news. So
That's not good because I have not seen any of it.
no, like so for anyone that doesn't know, we flew back from the Dog Bowl Monday morning in LA. So or late morning Eastern time. I think there were probably 400 transactions that happened in the NFL in the time that we were on the plane, and I literally like we landed, take the phone off airplane mode, whatever, and all of a sudden I get like 35 notifications, 15 text messages, and like 5 texts from Gumby saying, like, did you see all the NFL stuff that went on? ETN signs with the Saints. What does that mean for Tootin? DJ Moore traded to the Bills. What does that mean for Burden? What does that mean for DJ Moore? There's a lot of interesting questions. Even today, I'm sure you saw Waddle got traded to the Broncos for a first rounder.
I did see that.
That's quite interesting. I've never been a Sutton guy myself, so intriguing. I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot to think about. I still don't even know who my 101 is, to be honest with you.
It's Bijan.
You're only saying that because Crutches says that.
No, after Algier didn't sign back, it's definitely Bijan.
Okay. You're concerned about Pacheco taking up meaningful time from Jahmyr Gibbs?
Pacheco is horrible.
Right, and he's the backup on Detroit.
But David Montgomery's horrible too, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think something that one of the takeaways that I had from last year to this year is like take players on teams that score points. Do you think the Kevin Stefanski led Falcons with Michael Penix off of a torn ACL or Tua is going to be able to score like 25 plus points a game on a weekly basis?
I don't think that it matters because Bijan is so good.
Okay. I don't think I agree, but hopefully we don't get the 101 and we don't have to have this conversation.
I mean, it's clearly Bijan. Like anyone who knows ball knows Bijan is the 101.
I hope we don't have the 101 because I don't want to get into the debate.
Let's
I'd
see.
like the 102 or 104. I'll take the 104.
101, baby.
Let's kidding go.
Me. Brian, your takeaway from last year should be that nothing matters.
Well, that was my second takeaway.
Got it. I think this is so ETR ranks. I think ETR is Gibbs 1, but I don't care.
Oh, so what happens to take what Leone tells you to?
Well, here's the problem. Leone is not on the projections yet. They have Justin Herzig running the ranks right now. So if I speak, I will be in big trouble.
Understood. Also, you guys may or may not know or see if Gumby goes back to the player selection. We are now using the solver.
Well, we were using the solver. I was just
we were, but now we really are. really. We met with some of the guys so I think 2 of them that work on the solver qualified for the NBA Dog Bowl. So we got a chance to catch up and meet them for the first time. I don't know if you had ever really spoken to either of them before.
Never.
But great guys. Really cool tool. We've used it before. You could take Bijan, even though I would go Gibbs. But yeah, really cool guys. They actually wound up reaching out to us about using the solver on stream and just kind of showing how the tool works, etc. I'm sure a lot of you guys already do. But for anyone that would be a new user of the solver, we'll help demonstrate what it looks like on stream. And any new users, if you guys want to use the promo code Gumby, will get 20% off, I believe. What is it for the first month?
I don't know. I think it's forever. I don't know.
20% forever.
I don't know. Maybe the first month.
Why don't you guys use code Gumby and let us know?
Yeah, let me know.
But yeah, so cool tool, and we'll be showing it more on stream.
Yeah, I mean anyone who's watched knows that I clicked the highest projected player anyway, so.
Well, not in that case. You took Bijan over Gibbs.
Well, fair. Yeah, Tunya knows. Take the 10.0 player. Also, shout out to Easy for making the MLB tool too. If anyone wants that, it's basically the same thing, but for MLB.
I didn't realize that Easy was such a multifaceted, multi-sport athlete.
He's not. He just uses Claude.
Okay, well, to be honest,
I think
I
he's
think
like a
this could be-
baseball ball knower. I think he won't
is
tell
he?
you that, but I think he is.
I don't think I have the I mean, I don't know. Baseball is a tough sport to watch. For like I'm a Yankee fan, not a baseball fan, if that makes sense.
Isn't the WBC on today? How's that
It
going? Anyone
is.
watching?
Yeah. I had it up before. It was 0-0 in the second inning when I saw last. I'll pull it up and keep you updated.
It's 1-0 Venezuela.
Okay.
I can't figure out who scored, but whatever. Not important. Kenneth Walker going at the 10. Okay.
That's
sure.
Crazy.
Sure. What's his ADP?
Probably like 18,
I guess
15,
that might be right. 19.
19. That's
Did he
another
get traded, or was that a free agency?
Free agency.
Interesting.
What do you think about that? I mean, when I mentioned about Pacheco being a decent click in the last round in the dog bowl, I was raked over the coals for it because I was
and then he scored 12 points.
He scored a touchdown, almost had 2. But I was told that it's the least valuable goal line role in the NFL because the Chiefs never run the ball on the goal line. So with Ken Walker there, do you think that changes? Or do you think he's wildly overpriced at going at 10?
Well, here's the thing. Kenneth Walker has never scored a goal line touchdown in his life. He only scores touchdowns from 15 yards or longer, so it doesn't even matter.
Oh, okay. So it evens out.
Yeah.
Okay. Another interesting one. I don't think we talked about this yet, but just seeing Jefferson go at 9, I think people are now assuming that Kyler's going to be the starting quarterback this year for them. Has a 1-year prove it deal for like the vet minimum because of that contract he signed with Arizona. What are you thinking about that?
I like that way more than JJ McCarthy. That guy stinks.
Yeah, he was never good. Harbaugh just totally rug pulled everybody, thinking that he was good, won a national championship when he made him throw it less than 15 times every game any chance he could.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Jeremiah Love. I'm going to be so upset if the Giants pick him.
I don't think they will.
They're going to.
Really? Oh, I heard the opposite. I heard that they were kind of off that train. You follow Giants. You're more plugged into Giants Twitter than obviously I am. So I would lean more towards what you're saying. But
I mean, all the beat reporters are saying it's true. But like I said, it's a whole new regime. So I don't know how plugged in the beat reporters are. That's my cope.
Right.
When's the
what
draft?
about what are you doing with the whole Dolphins situation? Obviously, we talked about it a little bit. Waddle getting traded to the Broncos for a first. They signed Malik Willis, 2-year deal, similar to what happened with Fields and the Jets last year. Malik Washington is probably the wide receiver 1 at this point. Obviously, they're going to either be drafting somebody or bringing someone in. But Achane is going at the 1-2 turn. And I don't know if that's wildly over or underpriced, but I'm leaning it's overpriced. I'm legitimately concerned that the Dolphins just might be a dumpster fire this year. No offense, Chad.
I mean, the Dolphins were is Chad a Dolphins fan?
Big Dolphins fan.
I didn't know that. I mean, they were a dumpster fire last year, and Achane was still a smash.
Yeah, but they had other guys besides just Achane there, and Tua was good with the dump offs. I don't know, something to think about.
We're on the clock.
Any lean here for you?
I like Pickens.
Pickens is fine.
I like Dak. Dak's going late.
I like Dak as well. What running backs are available for us if we wanted to go that way? See, all these guys, these all feel like dead zone-y guys to me. I would rather take
I like Jacobs.
You do?
Yeah, running back kind of falls off. We probably should get 2 running backs here.
I know. That's the whole meta is you should take 2 running backs early because people are just pushing them up artificially with quarterbacks like they are this year. But I don't know. Jacobs at the 2-3. He'll project for 16 or 17 points like he does every week. He'll eventually barrel his way into a touchdown with a minute left in the game, and he'll get there, but it's not a comfortable get there.
You definitely didn't see this because you're not on Twitter, but did you see that Travis Etienne said that his name is pronounced Travis Etienne.
One of my friends texted me about that because he knew how strongly I felt about Achan doing the same thing. I mean, the odds of him having the same, like the whole Achan thing when he was a rookie and, having to relearn that. And then Etienne or Achan, whatever the hell his last name is, doing the same thing 5 years into the league with the same exact pronunciation as the guy who had the same issue a couple of years ago. Like, that's like, he has to be trolling us, right? Like, I that can't possibly be true.
I don't know. Apparently, he said it when he was coming to the league, and everyone ignored him.
Unless there's a clip of that, I'm going to just continue to call him Etienne.
Yeah, I think I'll call him Etienne until I get bullied into it.
But the problem is, like, there's multiple Travises. Travis, like, I can't just say Travis. I'd have to actually call him his full name, which I don't know if I'm ever going to rewire my brain to be able to do.
Well, there's really only one Travis because the other one is just Taylor Swift's husband.
Oh, I was thinking Travis Hunter, other player on his former team.
Oh, he's not. We're not drafting defensive players.
You and I were we were right. I guess the thesis for us was because last year we both were famously out on Hunter. Like, we didn't want him in the big board at in the 13th or 14th round. Didn't really want him much in best ball. I guess the thesis kind of, whether intentionally or not, proved itself to be right.
Yeah. I don't know how I ended up with 17% of him last year.
Probably because you took the 10.0 player every time.
Yeah, it could be. That could have been the problem. The problem
also,
is that ETR just didn't want to be behind on him. What are you gonna say?
There's a couple players that in round 3 that just stand out to me as guys that don't belong here.
Let me guess.
There's 2 of them.
Oh, well, they're both Jets.
There's 3 of them. I missed Brees Hall.
Tet?
No, Lad.
Oh,
what does Lad do for me? What's that?
You're such a Lad hater.
So excuse me for not wanting to take a receiver who's going to project for 9.4 points in the 3rd round.
No, their offense is going to be better this year. They'll be more functional.
Their offense was fine last year, but Lad was not. QJ was
no,
by QJ standards was good. QJ
he had 4 good games. People forget.
Gadsden had a couple breakout games as a rookie tight end.
2 good games. People forget.
A couple good games. Give me Zay Flowers over Lad every time.
Maybe the problem is just Justin Herbert. Maybe he's just not that good.
I think if you asked an average NFL fan if Herbert was good, they'd probably say he was top 5.
I think so too. So that's why
which is funny because the whole thing with him is he's never won a playoff game, never won any real meaningful game in his career in the NFL. Why does he have that?
Oh yeah, we're taking Luther Bird in the fucking 4th round. Is that his ADP? There's no way.
Yeah, probably is.
I don't accept that. That's insane.
Without DJ Moore there, that probably. I mean, he's an exciting rookie, or after coming off of an exciting end of the season.
I hate that.
He was what you needed in best ball.
That's great. He had one good week,
and it was the right week, just like Pearsall.
See, I would rather just take Loveland.
You want to go elite tight end?
Yeah, why not?
Loveland and
a receiver.
Are these ranks updated?
These are
the numbers.
Yeah.
So they bumped Waddle way down after getting traded to Denver. Interesting. I know you're not a Terry guy because you're not a Daniels guy. That's probably who I would go with. Maybe Watson with Jacobs.
Nah, we'll do Terry, but I refuse to pick Jaden Daniels.
And this guy says, let me just throw my balls on the table and take Waddle right after you.
I made a wager on the Cavs Bucks game. Who cares? It's March. Who cares about the NFL? So we can talk about basketball.
Sure.
I made a wager on the Cavs Bucks game because I knew Giannis was going to sit. So I made a wager on Kevin Porter Jr. overs, Ryan Rollins overs, and the Cavs to win by 10.5. And the Bucks are fucking winning at halftime.
Oh my god!
Without
the overs
How?
Are the overs hitting?
They're looking pretty good. They're looking pretty good.
And wait, I forget what the last thing you said was. You said you need Cleveland to win outright or win by 10?
Win by 10.
That's tough.
Like, I just don't understand the NBA. The NBA is a stupid sport.
It's halftime. Give it time. But let's see. So third round, we didn't really finish the thought, but
sorry.
No, it's okay. The three guys that stand out to me in the wrong way: Brees, Garrett Wilson, and Ladd. Everyone knows I'm not a Garrett Wilson guy. I'm not gonna get on my soapbox. I'm not gonna rant about it.
Can I get in the soapbox?
Please do.
In the third round, we're picking 2 of Geno Smith's players. That's all.
That's all you. That's last year we were picking them in the second and third round as Justin Fields rushing quarterback with them.
I mean, Luther Burden is going a full round ahead of Rome. Rome is just better. Rome is a better football player.
Don't know if that's entirely true.
That is 100% true.
I don't think that's going to be how ETR projects it.
Well, I disagree then.
I think
Luther Burden had one good football game.
Luther Burden had a couple good games. He had one spike week in the right week, so it probably pushed him up like a rounder, like between 6 and 12 picks. Adunze had a hot start, like the first 3 or 4 weeks, and then he just totally fell off. Like, was it injury? Because I know he was battling like an ankle injury, I think, and a shoulder or something halfway through the year, and never looked like he was the same player. But he was another guy that like projected really high the first couple weeks after his blow up games, like 13, 14 points. And then by week 16 or 17, he was 7 or 8 points projected every week. So I don't know. You want to bet on the emerging rookie untapped talent without DJ Moore there? Or do you want to bet on a guy who's the unsexy click around later?
I'll take the unsexy click around later. Speaking of unsexy clicks, Brian Thomas.
I think Brian Thomas is just a misunderstood click.
Because
I don't know if anyone knows. I don't know if anyone knows what he is. Like, you can't know what he is yet. He had an amazing rookie year, like almost 1,300 yards. He was what you needed 2 years ago to win any significant money. Last year, I think he was battling injury earlier in the year. He had he had the wrist injury. It looked like he was just concerned about preserving his body when trying to avoid hits or whatever, at least from what I saw. They bring in Jacoby Myers, who does better, who basically was better Brian Thomas, but I don't think that's going to repeat itself. Like, to me, Parker Washington in the 6th, that's like heresy. There's no way this guy is going to pay off that ADP. Like, seriously, like, what are we doing?
People love Parker Washington.
Parker Washington is he's such a jag, and I don't say that disrespectfully. He's a guy that I think when you don't design an offense around Parker Washington. Parker Washington's like, oh shit, my first and second reader covered. Let me just throw it to this guy who's running like 6-yard digs. Like, no thanks. I'm good.
See, this is more palatable. Cam Scadaboo in the 6th. I'll take that.
More palatable, but it won't be if they take Love.
Well, we're not even thinking about that.
Let's see. Caleb stacks with Loveland thanks to the solver. Easy enough to see. Jordan Tyson has been falling a bit. Never DK Metcalf for me.
I think we do take Caleb.
You do?
Yeah.
Filter for running back receiver.
I'm not really in on Sutton now with Waddle.
Michael Wilson is intriguing.
I am intrigued. I'm not sure if he's good, but if he so Michael Wilson is priced where like those like 3 weeks were like, okay, like he's better than we thought, but like he's not like him. If he's just him, like in the 7th round, that's a smash.
Oh, dude. It was way more than 3 weeks. It was like 8 weeks in a row.
No.
Yes, it was.
No way.
I'm gonna fact check you.
Pull up the game logs. It was like 3 big weeks.
In total, I'll bet $200,000 you're wrong.
No deal.
No deal. So let's see. We have 15 for 185. Next week. What's that?
Big week.
Next week, 10 for 118.
Big week.
Next week, 3 for 36.
No.
11 for 142.
Yep.
5 for 54 and 2.
Nope.
2 touchdowns? No.
Varians ran good.
Two for 52 and 1.
Wow, it turns out I do know ball.
5 for 90 and 1. 5 for 101.
Give him 3.5.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would give him 5. 5 out of the last like 8 weeks, he was good.
Who's their quarterback now?
It's going to be Brissett to start the season. We'll see how long he can hold on to that job. But while it's him, I mean, he's going to project for like 13 or 14 points. I'd imagine he'll be optimal in week 1 or 2 in the dog bowl.
That's all that
I'm
matters.
serious. It's going to be so funny because I said the same thing last year. Comparing like best ball ADP to the first week of like NBA or NFL dog bowl is going to be so fun to watch. Like you're going to get guys like Michael Wilson, a perfect example, a guy that's going in the 6-7 turn in a best ball, best ball ADP. He probably goes as like the, I don't know, 20th pick at the worst in week 1 NFL dog bowl. It's just funny how that dichotomy works.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he'll go that high. He's going to go higher than where he's going now. He's clearly going ahead of Alec Pierce because he stinks.
Alec Pierce is a really good receiver.
What is this guy doing? Burrow, Dak, and Mahomes?
Huh. Well, I mean, I guess I'm glad we got Caleb when we did.
Yeah.
I thought for sure Dak would come back to us.
Yeah, I would have liked that. I would have liked Dak.
So a pick that stands out to me as a bad one in round 7. Any guesses? And I know you'll disagree.
Well, if you know I'm going to disagree, then probably Jackson Dart.
No, not Dart.
Okay. Jalen Warren?
No, I think he's a fine pick. It's Fannin.
Really?
We're really going to take a Browns tight end in the 7th round with Shador Sanders throwing the ball to him? Like, what do we like? We have to take I think we have. What was that?
Shador's going to start?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Are they going to draft someone? You want a rookie in this class, especially throwing the ball to him?
They might draft 3 again.
Yeah, maybe.
I think Algier's a really good pick there. Yeah.
Algier's a good pick. Yeah. Monungai, Pittman, QJ, Pollard. Pollard's intriguing to me. And there he goes.
Never speak. Never open your mouth.
Yep. Wandale.
QJ's fine.
You like QJ?
Yeah.
You were just shitting on him when I brought him up a few minutes ago.
Well,
are we going to get locked out of quarterback?
What?
Are we going to get locked out if we don't take a quarterback here?
We could take Jordan Love with Josh Jacobs.
I don't know. Doesn't feel good. What running backs are available? I think Quorum is interesting.
Really?
He started to get like 40 to 50% of the snaps. I think it's going to be a good offense. It's up to you.
Whatever. We're drafting a handcuff in the 9th round.
We're drafting a guy on a good offense that showed he belongs on the football field when the games mattered at the end last year. I'm okay with that pick. Now, if we don't get a quarterback on the turn, then it'll be a bad pick.
Yeah, there's about to be like 9 quarterbacks picked, so prepare yourself.
No, we're okay.
Some people were very upset, very, very upset last year at Blake Corum's role in Week 14 at the Dog Bowl.
Well, yeah, I mean, didn't he have like 180 yards and 2 touchdowns or something crazy?
Yeah, something like that.
You see, like if you qualified for the NFL Dog Bowl, you would have won no money because you would never have taken Corum.
No, definitely not.
And to be fair, I don't think it was wrong to not take Corum, but
I was watching Chad's stream last week. I think he was talking about it where it was like Kyron was in like a fucking smash spot. I think they were playing at the Colts or something.
The Cardinals,
and their defense was horrible against the run, and everyone sharp took Kyron, and then Blake Corum steals everything. That's actually hysterical.
Well, if you remember, we did a stream that week, and people were because that was the Who Am I week. Like that was that was what inspired it. Basically, was like players I liked that maybe other people that qualified for the Dog Bowl would or wouldn't listen to. Kyron was my running back love that week. Like it was the worst defensive rushing attack that he was going to face all season. he was still dominating the snaps leading up to that week, like 65-35, which for how often they used Corum is still a pretty big discrepancy in terms of like just being on the field for rushing attempts. And like earlier in the season, if I recall correctly, like Kyron had 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like everything set up for that game to be exactly what you needed it to be. Like Arizona showed the ability to push because of Brissett and Michael Wilson, and then they gave the ball to the wrong guy.
Yeah.
That sucks. If anyone lost money, and I'm sure there were, oh my God, look at all these quarterbacks going.
Gotta take Matthew Golden at 110. You just absolutely have to take the guy who fucking stinks at football.
So you're totally out on him now.
That guy sucks.
Just to remember, we'll throw it back at this right around, maybe not this time last year, but a couple months down the road last year, I had made the trade with you. You wanted Golden for Luther Burden and Bashal Tootin, and I think that came out on top for me.
Yeah, I'm retired from Dynasty. Also, I had like 40% Golden last year, so
I know. I begged you to not listen, or I begged you to not take him, and you just wouldn't listen.
Correct.
What quarterbacks are available here?
Ugh.
Yep.
We have Brissett at the end of the draft.
We missed the window.
Yeah, I think we just wait and whatever.
I think this is a wait and like
we
a Bryce Young,
Jacoby Brissett and Daniel Jones. That might pair together well.
Yeah, we could do that, I think.
What team is Juwan Jennings going to sign with?
Some people think the Chiefs.
Oh, really?
That's what I read an article about it today.
Interesting.
Gainwell's interesting on Tampa Bay too. I could see him having a big role. I would go Gainwell and Jennings.
We have strong running backs though. We don't really need to like.
Yeah, but we can't take. I mean, Brissett's going to be there on the turn. Like this is 40 picks ahead of ADP. Do we have a tight end?
No, we're not taking Brissett yet. We're not taking. We could do like Jaden Higgins and like maybe see if Stroud falls.
I'm okay with that. Higgins is good. I would have like a tight end there probably would have been better, but
no, we have elite. We have an elite.
Well, we have what you want to be an elite.
Yeah, if he's not elite, we lose.
I'm still not totally sold on Loveland. Like, sure, he had a good year, a good end to the year. I don't know if he's worthy of like a 4th round pick in best ball. I just think you can find similar production in like round 10 or 11, I think.
Brian, I'm hearing breaking news about our stream that it's being it's marked for kids and no one can talk to us. That's why we've been fucking talking to ourselves for the past hour.
Well, that's a shame.
I can fix it.
How is that possible? I thought we were doing this like we were talking to people before.
I know, but then we must have said some bad words and YouTube got very upset with us.
It must have been about Garrett Wilson.
Oh, yeah, it is definitely made for kids now. All right, someone say something in the chat. Let me know if we're back. I think I fixed it.
Damn, that stinks.
Why does that happen?
That's so weird. What are your thoughts on Kittle? Tore his Achilles. What was it in the playoffs? I think it was the first round of the playoffs. Like, what do you think that whole injury timeline looks like for him?
Yeah, I mean, we have to take into account he's doing his rehab near an electrical substation. So
sure.
That's really bad news. When did he tear his Achilles? I'll give you a real answer.
It was I think it was the first round of the playoffs. So what would that have been? Sometime in like mid-January.
Yeah. I mean, my hottest take is that Achilles injuries aren't as bad as they used to be, and like people still think that they're just as bad as they were. I would rather have a player tear his Achilles than an ACL.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. What's the reasoning for that?
The new surgery is just better. And like Achilles, with an ACL, like sometimes your quad just dies, and that's not good for playing football to have a dead quad.
Yeah, I don't think that's what anyone wants.
And Chad said we're back. The kids are sleeping.
Oh, nice. Let's go.
That's funny though. I
hope you guys enjoyed listening to us speak for the better part of an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like a lot of the tight ends here are going off the board. I still don't know.
Stroud is falling, which is good.
Stroud is falling. Yeah. I mean, like, Stroud's not like the most exciting click, to be fair.
Brian, what are your top 3 bicep exercises?
Well, Tunya, I'm glad you asked. Oh, hold on. Let me just stretch real quick. Hold on. Okay. Sorry. Was just casually stretching at the same time you asked that question. So I've been doing this new thing the last couple months where I don't do it with a lot of weight, like 25, 30-pound dumbbells. I'll do 10 reps, alternating arms, seated dumbbell curls with like supinated seated dumbbell curls. So like the whole twisting the elbow or twisting the pinky up. And then immediately after I do those 10 alternating, I'll do 10 just like straight seated regular curls, like no supination. Like that's like a little superset with the same weight, which really sucks. I'll do like preacher curls, like dumbbell preacher curls, and then I do 21s. Those are probably like my top three. Although 21s, those are not my top three favorite, but those are probably the three that I find the most helpful.
I love 21s. Big fan.
You're the one that turned me on to the 21s a couple years ago.
Oh yeah. We're not picking Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. He stinks. I don't
No,
care.
No, I'm good. I'm good with that.
I just picked Stroud.
Yeah, that's more. Oh, I was hoping Mendoza was going to fall to us, if anything.
I kind of want to just reach for Brissett because we might get fucked at quarterback.
And then who's available at tight end?
We're not picking a tight end yet.
Okay. So we take Brissett.
Yeah.
What do you want to take next?
Running back or receiver? I
Mm,
mean, here's the thing. Tracy's a smash if they don't pick Jeremiah Love.
yeah, I mean, you know me. I love Tracy. I'm fine with that.
Right.
Unless you're the one that seems to think that the steam is real for them, like that he's more live to get him than not.
Underdog is kicking me out. They don't want us to pick Tracy.
They don't want us to pick Brissett.
Draft is frozen.
Oh,
Numi?
that's good.
Numi fixed my draft. Okay, thanks, Numi.
Oh, there you go. Always on call. Good to know.
We're behind at wide receiver draft capital. That's not good.
Yeah, I think that's only because we didn't go like with a top 6 elite guy in the first round. I still think our team is fine. Like we have guys that have higher floors, and then we have people. I wouldn't consider Pickens to have a high floor, but I would consider him to have a high ceiling. So I think it's a good mix mash of people. There's some guys late that I like at receiver.
Darius Slayton.
No more Darius Slayton, unfortunately. I think that has run its course.
Can you add one more overlay? Yeah, if you pay me $99, I'll add another. I'll add whatever overlay you want, Nez.
Also, shout out Nez.
Yeah, just have to take Travis Hunter in the 14th. Yeah, in the 13th round. You just need to pick a cornerback who's not going to play offense at all. You just need a dead roster spot.
With Hunter, he did have like one really good game before he had that season-ending surgery. I'm just saying.
Here's the thing. He's not Shohei Ohtani. He can't play both sides. He's not a good receiver. He's a much better cornerback. He's going to play cornerback.
I agree.
There's just no need to pick him. He should be undrafted.
Here's the thing. What percent of these guys, non-quarterbacks, tight ends, like Jonathan Brooks, Jerry Jeudy, like the odds of them being a 0 is probably the same, but Hunter has second year, like he has sex appeal.
I mean, we're picking Jonathan Brooks and Travis Hunter over Stephon Diggs, a guy who's been productive for 10 years in the fucking NFL. We're picking Jonathan Brooks.
The Patriots hated him.
I'm getting pissed. Oh, Keaton Mitchell. Yeah, Keaton Mitchell. Got to pick Keaton Mitchell.
Well, Keaton Mitchell signed with the Chargers, and I'm not a huge Hampton guy, so like Keaton Mitchell to me is a fine handcuff.
Who else? Do they still have Najee?
I think so. Coming off of a torn Achilles, though.
And getting
not that he was ever explosive to begin with, but
we can't say that.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Exploded by a firework.
True. Also, speaking of Nez, why don't you tell the good people of our channel what's going on tomorrow?
Oh yeah, I'll be doing the Winter Circle tomorrow with the Badge Brothers. And
then we will be on. Both of us will be on After Dark Saturday night on Pete's channel, so that'll be fun too.
Oh yeah, I feel like that. My fear is that's going to turn into a Brian interview, and I sit there in silence.
Why is that fear? I mean, here's the thing. I'm kind of an enigma, I think, in the world here. Like nobody can talk to me. Not nobody can, but nobody knows me. They can't speak to me. The only time they ever talk to me is if I go to an in-person event across the country to win $200,000 or watch you win $200,000, or they talk to me on the stream.
Yeah.
So
The
I think I'm
yeah.
just kind of I'm an enigma. I'm omnipotent. I'm here, but I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. The problem is people are overexposed to me because I just fire off stupid takes all day. So
Correct. I'm the vibes guy.
yeah.
James Conner in the 14th. I'm a Conner guy. Don't know how he even before the injury last year, he was very uninspiring. Coming from a fan. Charbonnet
Fuck.
goes. We're on the clock. Can't take Emmett Johnson. Adonai Mitchell, I think, is interesting.
All right. Sure.
We don't have to.
No, it's fine. Who's Emmett Johnson? Where did he go to school?
Where did he go to school? I don't know, but he had the worst combine of all running backs.
Do combines even matter?
Yeah, he was the slowest 40 of all the people that matter.
He went to Nebraska.
That's right. Huskin
I
Corn.
don't care. Whatever you want to do. Our draft's fucking frozen again.
I was gonna say I can't even see who else is available. Who's available at tight end?
Oh yeah, we kind of do need a tight end.
Schultz with Higgins is fine. Hawkinson is fine.
Njoku.
And Njoku's an intriguing pick. I'm good with Njoku. Yeah, Njoku's fine. I was just talking to our dad about Njoku, and he couldn't believe that he was unsigned when I told him he was a free agent.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's good, so like, he'll get playing time.
Yeah, I think it's just it'll be one of those things where he's probably priced correctly now, but then he signs and people think it's a good spot, so he artificially moves up a round and a half, and then people are just jumping over themselves to get him. Like, I don't think Juwan Johnson is worthy of going two rounds ahead of Njoku.
No, definitely not. Gumby getting on After Dark before me hurts real bad. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's because you won a non-underdog contest, Tunya. You absolute bozo.
Well, to be fair, Tunya, I'm also going on too, so maybe that had something to do with it.
That's true.
So why don't we recap the team while we have 5 picks remaining.
Yeah, you got it.
We'll service our audio listeners. Caleb started with Caleb Williams, Jacoby Brissett.
Well, we didn't start with Caleb Williams.
We'll start with the top down. Bijan, Jacobs, Blake Corum, Tyrone Tracy. Solid running back room. We have George Pickens, Terry McLaurin, Michael Wilson, QJ, Jawan Jennings, Jaden Higgins, Adonai Mitchell, and then Colston Love and David Njoku. I don't think that's a bad team.
I kind of hate it.
I think the team that we did what was it, 2 weeks ago? I think that team was pretty sweet too.
Let's see. Let me pull it up. Oh, that's the only other team I've done, so easy to find.
Easy enough.
Mahomes, Baker, Rodgers, James Cook, Jeremiah Love, Demont. That pick stinks. Jordan Mason, Rashad White, Singleton, Jaden Blue, Devontae Adams, Rashee Rice, Rome, Jordan Tyson, Chris Godwin, Omar Cooper Jr. Never heard that name in my life. Tank Dell. Who talked me into Ryan Flanoy?
He correlates with Jaden Blue, and he actually did get somewhat of a good run out because Jalen Tolbert is no longer on the Cowboys. So he should rise if he hasn't yet.
If you need Jalen Tolbert to leave the team for you to get snaps, you're fucked. It's unfortunate, but it's true.
Touche. Also, you know what's really unfortunate? I only did a few NBA teams today, but I have a couple really fun ones with Cunningham. I have like a Cunningham, Duran, and what's his name? LaMelo Ball, like who combined, like both of them combined for like 110 points. Duran and LaMelo. Cunningham with 20 points and back spasms in the first quarter. Unfortunate.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. I need the Cavaliers to win by 10. Josh Hart has 52.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna win. I think I got the shipper.
All right. Good luck.
We're coming up soon.
Coming up on the clock.
We
Yeah.
need a third quarterback. Ugh, maybe not.
This is how we ended up with Rodgers last time, by the way.
Yeah, like Rodgers has to be a good pick here. Not here, but like
no, I agree with you.
Turn. Because he's definitely going to start all year.
He'll play all year if he's healthy. I agree. Yeah.
Probably running back. Is Kamara dead?
I think Kamara with ETN there is probably dead. I was going to say Bigsby's interesting. Sad.
I like both the Penn State guys.
Yeah, I'm good with Katron.
Let's do Katron. We'll let the clock run out so we can.
Yeah. What do you want? I was going to say, what do you want the other? What do you have is this a quarterback pick or?
I mean, we have, we could just, who's going to start a quarterback, Penix or Tua?
I think Tua will start, but I would imagine Penix will finish the season.
I don't really want to deal with that. Should we just take Rodgers?
Yeah, I would just take Rodgers. And that's
especially because Jacoby might not start the whole year. I kind of want the third quarterback.
I agree. Yeah, Rodgers is objectively a good pick where he's going, which is exactly why we took him last time we did the draft.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. Why is he going so late? Was it because was his ADP because he might retire?
Yeah. I mean, technically, I don't think he's still signed. Like they have Underdog has him with Pitt, but I think as of now hasn't actually like said he was going to play yet.
No, he said he was going to play. He just didn't sign yet, I think.
Oh, is that okay? Maybe that's what it is.
Oh, never mind. Oh, I thought.
Yeah. I didn't think so.
I thought he said he was going to come back.
I think he said he would only. He said
the Steelers said they want him to come back.
Right, and he said before this, like right after the season ended, when him and Tomlin, or when the Steelers and Tomlin parted ways, he did say the only way he would come back would be if McCarthy was the head coach, which surprised me because I didn't think they liked each other. Now that he is, I'm surprised he hasn't signed yet. But who knows with that guy? You can never know what he's thinking.
Mike McCarthy is the worst person on the planet.
Why? He's not a giant killer.
He's just the worst. He was the Giants OC for a year, wasn't he? Did I make that up?
No, you're thinking of Jason Garrett.
Oh yeah, that guy is also the worst.
Nothing will beat McAdoo.
Anyone who coached the Cowboys is the worst.
The Giants always seem to go after those guys. There's a few times where they've hired like former Dallas coaches.
I'm so glad they got Harbaugh. That just is so good.
I think I fear people are projecting that they're gonna like it's still the Giants at the end of the day. Like it's the same ownership, same incompetent GM. They made a good hire. They made a good coaching hire, obviously, but I don't know. We'll see how much a guy that's not on the field can turn the game around. I hope I'm wrong. Oh, look at that. Mr. Flournoy going 2 rounds earlier.
God, the worst part of this draft is we have to wait here to make our 20th round pick, who's going to be someone who hits our lineup 0 times. That is the worst.
Well, maybe we could find somebody that does. Jaden Blue right afterwards. We look at that closing line value.
What Giants are left? Oh, I forgot Darnell Mooney. Where's he going?
He went, apparently. Mooney's another one that's a pretty uninspiring pick. What do you think about that as a Giant fan?
It's a great pick.
You think so?
I mean, he's gonna get at least a few weeks without Neighbors, so that's a few usable weeks for sure. And he's better than Slayton. Slayton stinks.
You think they're going to use Slayton, or you think they're going to use Mooney like as kind of a Slayton replacement? He's not really much of a deep threat.
I don't know. The rumors that they're going to play a lot of 2 tight end.
With likely.
With 2 tight ends who can't block, so that's going to go well, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, they didn't say the 2 tight ends were going to block. They just said they'd be out there. They'll do a little chip, run their route, get like their 7 or 8 yards. Where's Likely going?
I just want to see any Steelers stacks we can do. Interested in Freiermuth or Darnell Washington or no?
Freiermuth is intriguing.
Yeah, I think he's fine. Who do you want to know? Likely? Probably in like the 15th round. 13th.
13th. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's fine.
I think that's kind of a really good pick. No bias there. I think
really?
Yeah.
I don't know. We've seen Likely has the spike weeks every now and then, but I don't know. He's not the most consistent player, and I guess for tight end it doesn't really matter much because most of the guys, if you don't go elite, suck.
Freiermuth, that stinks.
Yeah, that does stink.
Any interest in any of these running backs?
Ollie Gordon, maybe.
Who else do they have besides HN?
Holly Gordon.
Okay, I'm good. And then probably tight
And
end.
then Theo.
I kind of still like Theo, but I think that's stupid.
Do you? Scroll down a bit.
What about Darnell?
Michael Mayer is interesting.
Did we get him? I think we got him. Knew we froze my draft again.
Suspense is killing me.
I think we got him. I think I got it in time. I mean, this website is very functional. Yeah, we got him.
Worked. It's functional because we got him. If it wasn't functional, we wouldn't have gotten him. I do like.
So who was didn't? Oh, Pittsburgh had Jonnu last year.
They cut him.
Where is he?
I believe he remains unsigned.
So how is Freiermuth not a great pick?
I'm going to fact check that because I actually don't believe what I just said.
How is Muth not a great pick?
I mean, he could be. He had a pretty bad year last year, so I think people are holding on to that a bit. And again, uncertain quarterback. If Rodgers is going to be there, they might draft somebody. I don't know. There's a lot of like they just got Pittman, the Steelers did, so it's like a lot of those targets that Freiermuth might have gotten, Pittman now has.
I'm planting my flag. Freiermuth is a great pick. I decided. Those are unconvincing arguments.
Okay, that's fair. And John, I just checked. Jonnu is still a free agent.
Tunya says, Gumby, when's your next date? I'm waiting for your mom to text me back. As soon as she lets me know, I'll let you know what she says.
See, I think that's why I'm the vibes guy.
All right, what do we want? What, like, running back, receiver? I probably lean receiver.
Probably wide receiver.
Yeah, but
let's see who we can find. We're gonna go digging. I'll
queue up some guys. If you like a rookie, let me know. I don't know any of them at this point.
Jeremy Bernard is interesting. If he's there, I would take him.
What a great name, Jeremy. I'm in. He's gonna go top of queue. Do we have? We don't have Stroud.
I believe he went to Bama.
Bernard. What about Wicks? They just cut Dobbs, didn't they? Or traded him?
Well, they traded him to the Patriots. Yeah, Dobbs is a good pick too. I wish I had realized that when he was there. I'd probably take him around like 95.
I can't wait to do the Dontavian Wicks thing for the third year in a row.
Hey, Dontavian Wicks was a good pick last year. He had the one spike week in the last round of the Thanksgiving game. He was optimal that week with Love, if you remember, against the Lions. A 20th round pick that has 15 plus point upside on a weekly basis, if things break right, are intriguing.
Jack Besh?
No. Not a Besh guy.
Calvin Austin?
Another guy, another Giant.
That is interesting.
I was a Calvin Austin guy for 2 years. You never gave him the time of day. Now you like him on the Giants?
Because he wasn't on the New York Football Giants.
Wicks goes. Hollywood Brown is interesting. He just signed a 1-year deal.
No. With who? No.
Eagles, I believe.
No.
That could mean, that could be.
I veto that suggestion.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Brown.
My man.
I fucking hate De'Ami Brown.
De'Ami Brown.
I argued with Crutches for months about De'Ami Brown versus Slayton, and it turns out they both are the worst.
They both suck in their own way.
We were both wrong.
Slayton drops passes. De'Ami Brown just can't get open.
Yeah. I don't know which is worse.
Roman Wilson is not.
Roman Wilson backstack.
Roman Wilson's actually, I think, like a fine pick. He's just an unknown.
Unknown after nothing.
Well, he didn't play. He got
12 receptions last year. He's dead. No thanks.
Oh wait, what's his name go?
Who?
The guy that you had queued, Jeremy Bernard.
Yeah.
Damn, where? I didn't see him. Oh, good pick. Good pick.
All right, what are we doing here?
I mean, is Keon Coleman not a good pick here?
Is he still on the Bills?
Yes, he's right. He's right in front of you. I'm not convinced Keon Coleman's not a good pick compared. Like, look at these clowns. Kyle Williams, dead. Marvin Mims, gadget player on a Sean Payton offense. Calvin Austin, wide receiver 5. The Bills are going to be a top 3 offense. You're telling me Keon Coleman isn't going to be...
Who are their wide receivers? DJ Moore,
Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, Tyrell Shavers, who tore his ACL.
Fine. You convinced me.
That's a good last round pick.
All right. Do you want to read the team, or did people get the idea?
We'll read the team.
You can read the team.
Caleb Williams, Jacoby Brissett, and Aaron Rodgers in elite quarterback room, obviously. Bijan, Josh Jacobs, 2 starters. Corum, Tracy, Katron Allen, took him for the name, and Ollie Gordon. Wide receivers, we have George Pickens, Terry McLaurin. Who is that guy? I can't see. Oh, Michael Wilson, Quentin Johnson, Juwan Jennings, Jaden Higgins, A.D. Mitchell, Keon Coleman. And then at tight end, we have Colston Loveland, David Njoku, Michael Mayer. I like that team. I'd give that like a B. I'd give our other team an A-. I'd give that one a B. But I think they're both okay.
This one's an A+.
What does the solver say? Promo code Gumby for 20% off your purchase.
How do I pull that up?
Do you have the plugin installed?
I do.
If you click the plugin and then go to like draft analysis, draft reports. Oh, that's okay. Well, I'll give it a B.
I give it an A+.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you like the video, and we will be back here soon.
Peace out, guys.